Hi guys. So like I mentioned in my last video, in my birth story, episode 3, I wanted to do a quick video about our baby budget. So what we budgeted after having our baby in October of 2017 and what we actually spent as well. So looking back, how much we forecasted we would spend each month and what we've been spending each month as well. And so for this video, I'll focus on the first month after we had our baby. So that would be November of 2017. But before we go into that, you'll notice a quick change in scenery you'll see in my background here. So we're actually visiting our family, so my in-laws in Maryland, for the end of the year holidays. And so it's been really great just seeing our friends and family around this area. My husband's from Maryland. I also lived in the area for about 5 years working. So it's just been a really great time catching up. So I actually wrote everything down. So I'm going to start looking at my notes and talking about each item, why we bought it, and then also how much we spent. But you'll notice that I feel like overall we didn't spend that much the first month after we had our baby, just because we have some really generous friends who gave a lot to us during my baby shower. And then also, you know, living in New York, we have a lot of friends who had babies and wanted to loan us stuff or give us stuff because they didn't have enough room in their apartment. And so that was great. And so we just had a lot of really generous friends who were letting us borrow things, everything from clothes to swaddle blankets, you know, everything. And so just really thankful for that. So yeah, but in the first month after we had our baby, so we got a lot of gift cards from Amazon, Buy Buy Baby, Target as well. And so the first couple of items I actually purchased from Amazon, but because we had a gift card, we didn't actually pay out of pocket. But I still wanted to mention what we got from our gift cards, just so you could understand, you know, what items I hadn't thought of and what were useful after knowing what we would need the first month after we had our baby. So the first item was a dishwasher caddy. So someone had mentioned this to me actually, you should probably get one of those and put it on your registry, but I didn't listen because I was like, why would I need a dishwasher caddy? I know I'm gonna be doing dishes and I can just use my dishwasher. Why do I need a separate caddy? It's just gonna take up space, you know, extra stuff. And you know, we're trying to be minimalistic about this whole situation because we don't have a lot of room in our 1-bedroom apartment. But so we were using bottles, and then you know, I'm also pumping every day as well. And so the bottles, you know, the nipples on the bottles, all of our bottles, as well as all of our pumping supplies, everything like the membranes and the pump, all of that little tiny stuff, it's really hard to set aside a specific place in the dishwasher for that every day. And so the dishwasher caddy has been great, definitely needed that, and we use it every day. So I would say it was a must-have for us. And then I also hand wash bottles as well. But it's kind of, you know, sometimes if I'm too tired to hand wash, I'll use the dishwasher. We don't have a sterilizer just because we don't have the shelf space. And then I also, you know, just doing research and reading up online, a lot of people say it's not really needed these days. And so I said, you know, let's just go with dishwasher, sanitation mode. I'll hand wash and use you know, the special baby foam soap for dishwashing as well. So that's been great. That was $10.99 on Amazon. The second item was I bought organic bamboo nursing pads. So these are nursing pads, and originally I put these nursing pads on my registry, so I got these, which were great, but these are disposable, and so you can only use these once. And because, and actually I have one right here that I can open up for you. So this is the disposable one. You just put this on the inside of your nursing bra or just regular bra, and it'll soak up the milk that comes out, you know, just during the day. And so one thing I didn't realize or didn't know was that milk flows even though you're not breastfeeding, right? Even though the baby is not on your breast. And so breast pads are must-haves, or else you're gonna have this huge leak on your clothes and it's just gonna look really weird. And for people like me, who before having a baby didn't know about this, are gonna wonder why you have this big leak on your clothes. And so, you know, I had read online, you know, after we had our baby, that there were women who could see their breast milk literally flowing out of their breast like water guns. And I was like, how could that happen? But that actually happened to me. It does happen. And I actually saw my milk one day. I took off, you know, I was breastfeeding, and then my baby was done breastfeeding. And so I actually saw the milk squirting out, and my baby was coughing because it was coming out too much. So anyways, just FYI, the milk does come out when you're not breastfeeding as well. And so you definitely need some sort of either disposable, or, you know, I found that these were good as well. So these are organic, and they're called Organic Bamboo Nursing Pads. They are $13.97 for a pack of 14. So these are different colors, but usually you have 2 in the same color, and for some reason I only have 2 that are different colors right now. But I've been using these every day. I just wash them. You can either hand wash or just put it in your washing machine, cold cycle, and you're done with it. So these have been great. And I haven't really used the disposable ones after buying these, because these get pretty expensive since you have to switch it out every day at a minimum. Okay, so those are nursing pads, $13.97. And then diapers. So these are Pampers. We tried Huggies, did not work for us. We had too many blowouts, so we're sticking with Pampers. So we had size 1, we purchased 168, and that was $31.42. And then we also got these gauze packs, and these are just soft gauze handkerchiefs that you can use in the shower, or just for spit ups, or just anything really. And they're really soft and thin. And so this might be a Korean thing, and actually after I purchased these, I found out that they're actually from Korea. But instead of using like the really thick bibs, and especially in the beginning when your baby doesn't have any neck strength, you can't really put bibs on them. We used these a lot, and we actually use them during bath time as well, or just to wipe her face and stuff like that. So these are great, and you know, these are, you know, really easy to wash. You just put them in cold water as well, and just, you can hand wash them and just put them in the washer and dryer. So these were $12.50 for a pack of 10. And then finally, our last item from Amazon, we got a pack of Medline Ultra Soft disposable dry wipes. So these, we had a packet of 500 for $20.73. And so in the hospital, while changing diapers, instead of using the wet wipes that you usually get from like Huggies or Pampers, the nurses actually just washed our baby's bum using just regular water, and then they used dry wipes instead of using the wet wipes. And so we started doing that at home as well. We'll use wet wipes once in a while. We got those on our registry, but you know, this was something that we hadn't thought of, and we've actually been using a lot of after we've been changing diapers at home. So it's been super helpful. So that is a total of $89.61 on Amazon. So again, we had some gift cards, so we didn't actually spend that money out of pocket, but just so you know what we spent our money on, those were some key items that we've been using. And the second place that we've been buying items is Target. So for Target, we actually spent this money out of pocket. And the first item was Medela soft shells. So this, and I would say, I read a lot of reviews before purchasing these, and I was like, should I get this? Should I not get this? But after a while, I was like, okay, there were so many positive reviews. And what this is you put this in your nursing bra. And again, so I mentioned earlier in the video, you actually have milk come out when you're not breastfeeding. So random just moments during the day, your milk will be released from your breast. And you want to capture all of that because every drop counts. And so saving all of that extra milk and then using that to either freeze or give your baby through a bottle is great. So what happens is there are these little holes you can see at the top. So these are, so it'll make it breathable. And it also comes with these little like sponge thingies. So in case you don't want to, I guess, capture the milk and you just want the sponge to soak it up at the bottom, you can do that as well. I haven't used the sponge thingies just because, you know, I've been just using and freezing all of the milk or just giving it to my baby. And this is where this is where the nipple goes in, and essentially the milk drops and it collects right at the bottom here. So one thing I didn't realize when I saw this online was that I thought this would be pretty small, but actually you'll notice it's pretty big. Like I thought it would be half the size like this. So you can't really, well, I guess you could, but I haven't worn this outside of the house, so I only wear it inside. I'm on maternity leave, so I don't really go outside a lot anyway. You also can't wear it when you're sleeping because if you move around, you notice like there are holes right here, so the milk will essentially drain out. And during the day, I really have to be careful because sometimes, you know, I won't know how much milk has been captured here. So if I go like this, or if I move around a little bit too much, the milk will actually spill onto my clothes, which gets annoying once in a while, but it's worth it. So 2 of these in 1 pack was $14.79. So this was really helpful for me from Target. And then Bravado pumping bra. So this has been great because, you know, as I mentioned earlier, I actually pump every day. And what I do is I just hook these on to my nursing bra. You'll see the hooks right here at the very top. And I think you can use these for any nursing top that has hooks. And then you just hook up the back as well. So you'll see these little hooks here at the back. These are just like regular bras. So this was really helpful because and I actually didn't realize this as well before I had my baby, but when you're pumping, you want to be hands-free because if you're not, you actually have to hold the filters and the bottles right up to your breast for like 15 or 20 minutes. And you don't want to do that because then your back starts hurting and it's just a really big hassle. And so the pumping bra was a must. I'm actually going to use that when I start going back to work and pump as well. And that was $30. I read some great reviews. I did a lot of research on these nursing bras and pumping bras as well because they're actually kind of expensive. So that was $30 from Target online. And then finally, Manhattan Toy Winkle. So again, because we live in New York, we haven't been getting any toys for our baby at all. So this was actually the first toy that we bought for her. It's her one of 2 toys that we have for her right now. I kind of feel sorry for her, but I mean, they don't really do anything in the beginning. They're just getting used to eyesight and everything like that, and hearing as well. So this has been fun. We'll just like do this, you know, rattle this in front of her. She's not able to grab at it yet. So I just use it to really, you know, let her see the different colors and stuff like that. This was $10.19. It's supposed to be educational. So that was a total of, from Target, $54.98. So these 3 items we actually paid out of pocket. So again, our budget, actually I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but our budget that we had for the first month was $70. We said, okay, let's put aside some money. We know we have a bunch of money in gift cards, which has been amazing. So we actually spent below our budget, about $15. But one item that we spent a big chunk of money on was a rocking chair. And so we actually didn't get a rocking chair. I didn't think I would need one, actually. I know a lot of people who don't have one. And I actually read online it's not a must-have. And, you know, they're kind of expensive as well. And so I ended up not getting one before we had our baby. But after we had our baby, I think because of just the C-section as well as our couch, I feel like we got it 5 years ago when we got married, it's not really a plush, comfortable couch. It's definitely a city couch minimalistic, you know, kind of one of those. And so I just needed a comfortable chair to sit on, to breastfeed on. And so we got a chair from one of those stores in New York. It's actually a local chain. It's called Giggle. They're going out of business, which is pretty sad. They have, I think they have a couple of locations across the country, in San Francisco, a couple of, I think 3 locations in New York, one on the Upper West Side, one on the Upper East Side, I think another one in Soho. And the chair itself, so the chair itself was around, I think, $1,100, which was crazy expensive. It was on, it was 70% off in the store because they're going out of business. So we actually got the chair for around $400, and we got an ottoman, so it's a gliding chair, and we got a gliding ottoman for $200. So that was a total of $600. We actually got some cash from my parents and from Andy's parents, and we spent that money on getting the rocking chair and the ottoman. So again, cash is king. The gift cards and cash envelopes from relatives have been amazing. So that was great. That was a really, I would say, must-have purchase for me after we had our baby. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was how much we spent the month after we had our baby. I think we did a pretty good job of staying in budget. And in my next video that I'm actually going to shoot right now, right after I finish this video, I wanted to do a really quick video on breastfeeding. I feel like what I say is my breastfeeding saga. I feel like I had a pretty challenging time learning how to breastfeed. And I also at the same time feel like this is really normal, but I didn't know about this because I guess people don't really talk about it in detail, but I really want to give a detailed, just event by event, how challenging it was and what kind of helped through my journey and where I'm at right now. So that will hopefully be a very short video. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on that. All right. Great. Well, thanks so much. If you liked the video, please click like, also subscribe, and off to my next video. Thanks.